How I'm supposed to judge you by the content of your character. You don't even understand why Black Lives Matter. I have a dream. Nah, tell me who don't understand it. Who don't wanna get back to their family. Who don't wanna lap up in those mansions.
Welcome to the 7th episode of Sinn3r Sundays. It's your boy Isaiah the 3rd,
AKA
Curse Mark Poppy,
AKA
Darkness,
AKA
what was that? AKA was a good one too. It's me, Mario.
AKA
Ken Glizzy Jr., straight out of Griselda.
Calling someone the Glizzy Gladiator on ESPN on national TV is pretty weird. That's a weird. I don't even know if they know realistically what's going on. I know they're playing around with it, but that's weird. Throughout this quarantine, though, I don't know if you know about the ESPN social media guy, but he's been pretty horny.
and I don't blame him.
First off, I'd like to say rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery, Sean Reed, of course, Breonna Taylor. It's literally disgusting how niggas is just getting fired and nothing else is happening. Yo, niggas literally broke in the crib and shot someone and got away with it because that warrant was literally false. So it's like, and that Breonna Taylor law, I understand, but it literally is like, yo, how are you saying that you're not supposed to have a no-knock warrant when you're literally not supposed to have a no-knock warrant? It's like with the Eric Garner shit. The chokehold is already banned, and you're telling me that you're banning something that's already banned? Like, shit makes no sense. Rest in peace to Toyin. Our black women go missing, and then we already know the outcome, and it's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. And she was an advocate for so much. Rest in peace to Vanessa Guillen. I hope I said your name right. And of course, LaVane Johnson. It's like, I just have a weird way of thinking. I think that women can do anything. Most people also think that, but it's like women shouldn't be in the army. Not because they can't do it. It's just that it's an ultimate boys club, and things like that happens. Like military court to me is BS, but I can't really say, I can't speak on it. I'm not really a big fan of just army because I know that most of the times our men and women are just sent to countries just for materials, just for oil, and kids get killed, women get harassed, women get mutilated, women get violated. It's like, I'm not one for war. I'm not big on war. I'm not big on conquering things. I'm just big on treaties and being a thief in the night. And of course, rest in peace to Elijah McClain. I don't know how it's legal to just dope someone up with ketamine and just get away with it. I don't understand how that's admissible. I don't understand anything really, but we're not supposed to understand because we don't control anything. I've learned to just embrace the mini vacays that I can take because I've really hated just being in the cribs. Like, I've hated the whole process of just
dealing with things.
because some of my relationships have taken a turn for the worst. And it's like, we don't really need to be here, but it's like, whatever. So, I can't really say it's foreign. It's just not New York. It's just the best that I can do under these circumstances. I really wish I could be in Italy. All my fratellos, all my bellas, I know you guys are going through it, and salute to y'all. I mean, I really don't really fuck with how y'all was treating my fucking refugees, but no one really treats refugees the right way, which is sick. Just be inclusive. It's just like with America. It's like, yo, niggas basically just want better because shit ain't right where they're at. You can understand that because you wouldn't want to be there. So it's like, don't force anybody out or don't treat them away. Just be inclusive, you feel me? This week has been really good for me because I started therapy again. I kind of needed it. I haven't done therapy in a let's say like 6-7 years. Like, I only do therapy actually, I don't know. I've been a little depressed, and I've been dealing with depression for like the last year because of news. My favorite person had gotten breast cancer, and it was like, oh. And then going through that, seeing them go through that, helping them, cut their hair and going through the chemo process, it was like, it was depressing to me. So, I could only imagine what it was like for them. Spoke to my therapist. I got a new one. The therapist I had when I was younger was a fucking dude. He was cool. Well, he was cool, I guess. I had got him in fucking high school because I was a super criminal, and my mom really hated the path I was going down, and she wanted to understand why I was doing things. And my guy tried to get to the root of things. He didn't really, but I got to him myself on my own time, which was good for me, I guess. And it's kind of good that I minored in psychology, so it was like, I understand some of my criminalistic ways. I minored in psychology and I majored in criminal justice, so because I like those movies whenever one of the bad guys, they worked on the inside, you feel me? And I feel me? I wanted to do that initially, but then things change.
I just started Breaking Bad and was like, fuck it.
My therapist now, she's really dope. I understand client-patient confidentiality, but, you know, I'm not playing that, so she had to sign an NDA, and she was pretty cool with it. I just had to make sure I had it on paper just in case. I'm not going to have anybody... I want this to work, so I want to be as open as possible, and I don't want anything that I've said to, you know, be used against me anywhere. The thing I like about her more so than I like the other nigga was she asked me more questions like, why do I do certain things? And then when I tell her why, she kind of breaks it down, and I'm like, okay, you know what? If I see it from that, because I'm too logical. So if someone tells me my faults or points out certain things and I can see it, I'm like, all right, you know what? True. I'm malleable, you feel me? I can be molded. Just like I like to mold people, people like to mold me and bend me into their will. So it's like,
I'll try.
so with me and her, we've been speaking on
Various alleged criminal activities.
from youth till now. It's been pretty extensive sessions just for a week, and it's all fucking virtual because you can't really be seeing people like that. And it's crazy because one of my spots, I live right above a psychiatrist, but I prefer black women now, or I prefer black people now. So like I've always said that therapy is good for people. I paid for some of my friends' therapies because I felt like, yo, I can't tell you some of these things because if I tell you some of these things about yourself, you're not really gonna like it. You're gonna be like mean to me for a while. And I'm like, yo, you don't really need to do that. I know that a professional is basically gonna tell you the same things that I want to tell you. So yo, you know what?
Maybe you should see a therapist.
And most of the women that I talk to are, you know, they're pretty okay with things like that. They just, I guess, never felt like they could afford one or something, but it's not that bad. I usually do it for a couple months, see if you like it, and bang, bang, bang. And usually in a couple months, they kind of hear the things that I've been wanting to tell them, and, you know, which is dope. So I highly recommend therapy. She has really been helping me with this one, this girl that I've been trying to get out of my head because she reminds me of this woman that I was in love with that disappeared from my life unexpectedly and unfortunately, and I was just forced to deal with it, well, whatever way you can when someone takes their life and you can't really. PTSD is crazy. Like, I've had blood on my hands, and not from that, but like I've like certain things and I didn't even know. Well, I mean, I knew, but it's like, you know, when you're in a situation you don't really, and it's like a couple hours later, I could still see it, smell it, and it stunk to the point where you could taste it. It was like rusted on my hands. Therapist told me to watch The Shy, and it was crazy. I was doing therapy sessions while I was on vacay, but whatever, virtual. I guess the situations that I mentioned to her, she was like, yo, this is very similar to da da da. And then I watched it and I'm like, yo, I cried the first episode. At the end of it, I'm like, yo, this is bad, bro. And then the shit with Kevin, seeing Ronnie do whatever Ronnie did, it was just like, yo, this is like deja vu, sort of. It's always good to deal with certain emotions as they come in waves or whatever. So dealt with it. Continue watching the show. Show was really dope. The crazy part though is, I guess at the end of every season, someone goes away, and you just find out fucking in the beginning of the next season. Like season 1, someone went away, and you're like, okay. And then you don't really find out till like mid-season what happened. But then at the end of season 2, when season 3 starts, you're like, oh, it starts off right away when that fateful body has gone. And it's a good one too, yo. It's like, damn, yo, the city gonna miss you, kid. That's crazy. Fucking Emmett reminds me of myself, minus the kids and certain situations. But yeah. Emmett is hilarious. Yo, shout out to Maya Moore. After 2 years of sitting out advocating for Jonathan Irons' case, he was finally released, and the emotion on her face was like the joy. Just, it was beautiful to watch. And I hope she continues her path of helping wrongfully convicted individuals. Because to be in jail for so long for something that you didn't do, it's like America really, really, this prison system thing is really corrupted. Because it's like money laundering again. Like I said, the country money launders chase with the fucking cocaine in the boats. It's like niggas be doing this shit. Fucking America was selling coke. It makes no sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. But that's just how this country is not made to make any sense. Yeah, and Maya Moore is a fucking dog. Wildin'. And I know they had Wildin' on the squad, but you know, they was going ham. And she was a great part of that. If you look at the stats, she's a dog. And then Candace Parker finally had to come through and take one, you feel me? Because, you know, they were going back and forth at it, but the Lynx was just literally just wilded out for a while. And that's when Brittany Griner had just came to the league, and you would figure someone that size would just be too dominant to, you feel me? But, you know, Minnesota Lynx was dogging. Maya Moore was dogging. The WNBA bubble and the NBA bubble itself in Orlando, all the pictures and the videos shown, niggas is not fucking with it whatsoever. In fucking laundry room, they got the mouse traps and shit. It's like, it looks a little downscale to what they are used to. Like when super rich niggas step back into poverty, it's like, huh? And that's not even supposed to be poverty. But I guess it's not maintained, you know, to the degree that they'd expect, which, you know, whatever. Fucking Rondo said it looked like Motel 6. Lou Will, on the other hand, though, he set up his shit. It's like a dorm room, and it's super chill. He has all the snacks, everything he needs. He probably got replacements in the pantry, you feel me? And then he has monitors set up so he could bump music. He has monitors, he has a fucking mic. Literally, Lou Will is doing it the right way. I'm pretty sure a lot of niggas is gonna be in this room. I hope they're not testing for things, for certain things, because, feel me, let these niggas just enjoy themselves while they can in that environment, because it's gonna be a sick environment. The way it's set up, it kind of reminds me of like my high school trip where niggas was like smoking in the rooms and shit. Sick times. Sick times. Fun times too. Cam Newton is with my Patriots. Can't really say my Patriots because I've kind of, when Tom Brady left, I left. You know where Tommy goes? Tommy follows. So TB's up in the Bay. I know you like that shit. I'm happy for Tom Brady and I'm happy for the Patriots. I'm happy for Cam. Cam needed a place to go. I know Carolina is trying things with, I forgot who they're trying. It's not Kyle Allen. They should have kept Cam. But Cam needed more weapons. Brady was doing magic on the Patriots with what he had, but I don't know if Cam could do it because Cam throws bullets and darts, and I don't know if these niggas, you feel me? Element was dropping mad shit last year. I don't know if, I mean, I hope he bounces back, because in the Super Bowl against the Rams, Edelman was wilding. Super Bowl against the fucking Falcons, Edelman was wilding. That catch, wilding. You feel me? My heart was right next to me. It was watching the game because it was crazy. Like I was crushed. I was crushed the first half, but I was like, yo, Tom Brady has mad time. It's mad time. We got this. And then we all saw what happened. I think Belichick could make do with what he has. I know they lost a lot on the defensive side too, so it's gonna be like, damn, what are you gonna do? But the defensive side is his speciality, so I don't know. Can't knock Bill Belichick out. I do know that Tom Brady's gonna have a way better season than fucking Patriots, or they should. They should have just a way better season in general. That squad, that offensively, it's crazy. Defensively is really good, but offensively, it's just bananas. Mike Evans is like 6'6". He's kind of like a tight end, but it's crazy. Out the roof. He's a wideout. Fucking Chris Godwin. I thought Edelman was really good. Chris Godwin, speed crazy. It's not gonna be fair in the slot. It's not. And then the tight ends with Gronk back. OJ Howard, Cameron Brake. It's not fair. It's literally not fair. He could do anything he wants, and I can't wait. Baseball season has been shortened. I mean, I would imagine so, rightfully so. Everything else is just in dismay. Fucking college sports, they really just wanted to make money off these niggas continuously, and they thought that they could continue the season when it's like, yo, it's looking pretty scarce. You're not gonna make any money this season. Just relax. It's looking like a dub until 2021 for a lot of things, and it's not a wasted year, but you know, you just gotta make do with what you got left. Take your time and recoup. I haven't really watched any movies, so I can't give you any movies. I'm sorry. I wish someone would give me a movie to review, but no one watches these. Well, people kind of listen to them on Audio Mac, which is cool. So thank you. Besides JoJo, the album I dropped, I finally gave Pop Smoke's album a great listen. And I don't even like listening to posthumous work. It's not my thing. But it's like my man still had more time because he was growing. Like it was really growing, and he had more time to do what he had to do. Like they said that he has 400 songs in the cut, which is cool. But it's like my man still has. It's really sick, bro. It's like niggas be dying in Cali for no reason whatsoever. And I love Cali, I love LA, but it's like, yo, they got Pop, they got Kobe. I went out there when they got Kobe, couldn't go to the Staples Center, but it's like just to embrace the LA air and just, you know, to pour out every single 1942 that I had, because it was just like Kobe. It's like I checked my notes from my BlackBerry to my fucking iPhones, and I could see all the Kobe lines that I've said over the years. You feel me? It's like Kobe. Who doesn't remember being in school? Kobe bricking, Kobe bricking in the trash can. Kobe, give a nice little trap. Kobe, brick. I loved it though. I wasn't too far from Pop, and it's like, what is going on? They got Mac. Well, not they, but it's like, well, they. You could say they, like the proverbial they, because it's like, and it's not even like with Pop. I fuck with Pop because I just respected the grind. My man was 20. He was a baby. He was a young bull from Brooklyn. I'm a young bull from Brooklyn. He's from Canarsie. He's from Flossie. I sort of grew up in the Flossie. My godmother, God rest her soul, she was my second mom. She helped raise me, and I spent a lot of time in Canarsie, learning lessons, eating tofu, and just getting scolded. with Mac, it was like I didn't know this nigga, but I knew this nigga. I talked to this nigga a couple times. I knew his man's TJ. It was like, this nigga gave me advice in '09 when I hit him up. His rendition of Traveling Man was super dope. I think the mixtape was the Middle Life mixtape. Fire. And I hit him up. I was like, yo, this is dope. And then gave me a little advice because that's when I was starting to rap. Like that was when I was starting to record, but not really. Like I took my first, little cracks at recording around '09. That's when I was still in high school. So it was like Mac really gave me some good advice. Ro Ransom also gave me some good advice. Practice makes flawless. And he was, I think, younger than me at the time. And then it's like, that's why I can't even listen to 2009 anymore. Especially that Tiny Desk concert. That shit literally makes me cry. Posthumous albums, I don't really fuck with it. And I was at the Circles listening party art show thing in New York. It's just a sad, super sad thing. And to me, swimming is kind of like a posthumous work to me because I can't really go back to it. Because it's like, bro, you put it out in August and then a month later, to me, that's like magnum opus type shit. And then with Nip, it's like everything this nigga said was prolific and prophetic. He was literally a prophet. All his interviews, it sucks that it doesn't suck, but it's like, it's great that his kids have all these gems that they could just look back on. But it's like, damn, they don't have their pops. They don't have this king in their lives. You feel me? And I've only met him a couple times, like in passing, but he has a really good memory. I more or less saw his brother more because I've been to the store a couple times and Black Sam is a real nigga. Just always solid individuals. And it's like, niggas lost legends. Niggas didn't need to lose Nip. Niggas didn't need to lose Mac. Niggas didn't need to lose Pop. Niggas didn't need to lose Kobe. Niggas didn't need to lose a lot of niggas. Like Kobe's voice, his voice sounds like he should be coaching somebody or telling somebody what to do. Like Kobe's a nigga that I would want if I had a son or a daughter, I would want them to study his just mindset. And Pop was a baby. Like niggas didn't even get a chance to do as much good as he could have done. It's like with Triple X, I was never really a big fan. Well, musically, I thought that the young nigga was one of the most talented individuals out there. I mean, I didn't have to like what was going on, but the sound was just like he was progressing it, or everything was just different. Like nothing was sounding the same. Like he could rap and then he could just do some little techno shit and then fucking like basement culty shit. It was crazy. I'm not big on domestic violence at all. I seen it growing up. To me, it's just like there's no speaking up for it. I feel like if you do it, that's who you are. Some people feel like that's not the case, but I just feel like that's who you are. So I just thought that way about X. And then whenever things come in the spotlight, usually people have to go on apology tours when they do the screenshot note shit and then they start doing the charity work. But the thing is, my guy was only 20 something, 21. So it's like, there's mad time to change. I'm not saying that I did shit like that at 21, but the shit that I did at 21, I'm not doing now. You feel me? So it's like, there's mad time to change and I understand it. So it's like, damn, young bull got taken out for what? For what? It's like, yo, lives are precious. You can't just be snuffing out lives for no reason. Like, that's why I told my therapist why I don't really like some of my relationships with women whenever they want to just leave. Because it's like, I've lost women and I've lost people in terms of I've never had conversations with them again. And to me, that's unfortunate because if I ask you personally how you feel about me, you're going to tell me, I like you, I love you, you're cool, like a whole bunch of things. But then I just like, something about me stresses you out and you can't deal with it for certain amounts of time, which is, I guess, your prerogative, but it's like, niggas ain't always gonna be here. The first project I dropped of the year, You're Messi, the intro song, Red Eye, I say we rap about death because we see it coming. And a lot of us rappers, we literally kind of feel our demise is on the way, but we try to get out as much as we can before it happens. And it's like, I'm not gonna say I know it's happening, but if it does, you will be pretty sad because usually I'm just a good guy in my relationships. My therapist kind of wonders why I am that way or why do I feel I'm that way? Because I also do a lot of toxic things, but I'm a reactionary kind of guy. But she says that I shouldn't be reactionary. I should be more upfront about certain things. Because if I react, I gotta put them on their toes. Or I just have to, I don't know, make myself, I forgot what she said. I gotta actually speak to her later. And it's sick too, because it's like, yo, I was drunk a couple weeks ago before I went on the trip. And I ordered a Telford bag for one of my shorties. And then now me and my shorty don't really talk no more because she's just like, whatever. And it's like, yo, what do I do with this Telford bag that's on the way. You feel me? It's coming, and it's like, I don't know. I could just put cash in it because that's what people do with the big tougher bags, you the big boys. I don't know. I'm trying to see if we could fake makeup and then I could give it to her. I could fill up the bag with a whole bunch of shit that she fucks with. So that's more money. So literally money in the bag. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's a sick individual. And my therapist is like, yo, do not go back or take your time away. It seems like you can't. And then I'd be like, yo, I need to tell you about her because she's wilding, yo. Like, she needs to see you because she is a wild person. Like, she would literally say things that are super toxic and then say she's not toxic and then like things about being toxic. It literally doesn't make any sense. And then it's like she's a fucking big hypocrite. Women be hypocrites. It's like, yo, she be saying things and then literally don't mean what she says because she'll say that she doesn't mean it. But then I'm like, yo, why are you saying this? And then my therapist told me that my love language was words of affirmation. So it's like, I believe in words a lot. The way I play with words, the things that I do with words, it's like, how could I not? So when you tell me things, I'm gonna believe you. And then when you, like, to me, it's like feelings. Women shouldn't really be lying about feelings. Like, the amount of conversations I've had with women, 500 women have told me, yo, you gotta communicate better. You gotta be more front. You gotta be da da da. And then half of those women have not been, you feel me, have not done the things that they wanted from me. And it's literally upsetting. It's upsetting. Like, shorty, I could remember her saying, yo, I wish you would communicate better when you didn't like certain things. And then I'm like, damn, because now I'm communicating that I don't like the way you're acting right now. And it's like, you don't want me to communicate about that. It's like, what's wrong with you? And then she just disappears, like, in terms of goodbye. And it's like, yo, we're just friends. Like, we're just friends. I've been trying to tell you, let's just be friends because you set boundaries and then I abide by the boundaries. And then you start liking me and I point out that you like me, which is not a problem. I just like, I need you to see it because usually you forget that you like me. And I'm like, yo, you are feeling me right now. And then she starts realizing that she feels me. And then boom, she starts, I guess, feeling somebody else. And to me, that's no problem because I leave the door open for that. But it's like, what are you doing? I'm not a challenger. It's not a competition. I'm your homie. Like, me and you, we can have a relationship while you have a relationship with other people. And it doesn't need to be sexual, even though I guess we really like the sexual aspect of it. It's crazy too, because I ordered shorty like a jewel butt plug, well, a few jewel butt plugs in March, and Amazon finally delivered them in July when me and her aren't even good anymore. Like, we were good in March. Now we're not so good. So it's like, what am I gonna do? But you know, I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in the telfair bag. I'm like, yo, look at all this shit. We good or no? I'm like, we good or no? Cause I asked her mad shit and then she's like, yo, I don't want to go back and forth with you. And then I'm like, yo, I don't even want to go back and forth with you. I just want to know why the fuck you're like this. Can you tell me that?
She's like, oh, take care.
I'm like, yo, I hate you. Like, I hate you. Like, why are you like this? Women never let you know why they're like this. And it's like, therapists like, yo, just, it doesn't matter. You just gotta let people do whatever they do. And you can't fix people, or you can't just wanna. I'm like, yo, that's like why I'm here. Like, I like to help people. I like to help people grow. I like to nurture, like, especially my women. A lot of my women that I have in my corner, I help them to where they are now, or I help them get to where they want to be. And I don't ask for nothing in return. I literally don't. Because the things that, like, I get out of return, it be mutual. Like, fucking sex be mutual. Most of the time, I don't even be coming. And that's, like, I guess a personal problem. Because I just, like, last longer than people. And it's like, they already come so many times. It's like, they need breaks, which is cool. And then I just got to find my way, my own way. I think it's because, you know, I started hoo-ha, shaking the snake like the Hokage since 6th grade. Maybe I shouldn't have, you know, started going so ham. And those days I was finding out about myself. So I would push myself to the limits of a child's body. You feel me? Of an adolescent body 4 or 5 times. Probably like shaving. I don't even know if I was taking care of it. I was definitely using cocoa butter. You know, that's why my shit is so velvety soft today. I just wish my women would do better. Cause I could just give the telfair bag to another one of my women. Most of my women, they're good. You feel me? Like, they already get certain shit from me. So it's like they don't really be asking for other shit because they already got like a set shit. And this girl's like, yo, I was getting you shit because me and you aren't at a level where I'm comfortable for you to just be a regular, you feel me? Because you are just weird. Like, you'll fuck with me for a month and then you'll not fuck with me the next couple months and then fuck with me the next month. And then I'm like, yo, stop. Like, we could just be cool. Like, no one just wants to be cool. You should check out Sinn3r Sundays. Replace the E with a 3. I finally completed all of the merch for this season. I know I wanted to do a Black Lives Matter, well, not Black Lives Matter, but like a t-shirt that just where money went to Black lives, you feel me? But I've donated quite a substantial amount and I'm gonna continue donating. Every day I've been donating, more than Virgil. So it's like, I'm gonna continue the cause regardless. I will eventually get something out there because I design all these myself, more or less. So it's like, I want to do something really right. But for now, I got 25 designs of fire. Please check it out. I have a lot of t-shirts that I added in because it's summer and it's super hot. I actually just added in a pair of shorts. I got a lot of hoodies. these limited edition shit, especially the Battle of LA Champion Editions, where we got the Clippers and the Lakers, who will win in LA. The designs of that is fire because we got the fucking purple and gold, and then we got the fucking gang colors on the Clippers. Fire. And then you should also check out all of my music on isaiah3r.com. It's in the archives, but on the main page, you could find this podcast, and you could also find a mixtape of the month. Every month I drop a tape. At the end of June, I dropped JoJo, which is 8 songs, 23 minutes of fire. My most recent projects, like my last 3 projects, have been like 8 songs, 23, 25 minutes, like quick hitters. The shits that you can just enjoy doing errands. And this month should be the same way. I forgot what it's called, but I know that most of the songs are done and they're just waiting to be released. I think I'll do it at the end of the month because I just put out JoJo, and you guys should listen to JoJo. Next week, I'll put out a new song at the end of the pod so you can hear what I'm working on. Thank you to the few listeners that I have. I really appreciate you for sticking with your boy, especially all my mixtape listeners, because some of them royalties be looking alright at the end of the year because I'm independent. Everything is on me. And this ain't that bad for what little I do, because this is therapeutic. The therapist that I initially had, he was like, I should continue, because I was writing music back then, but I was doing more like text battles and shit online. And then he was like, I should do more with my poetry. So my poetry eventually evolved. Not because of him, because I was eventually going around that route. The way I started rapping was weird. Like, I started copying Eminem lyrics. Like, I remember Lose Yourself. I was writing down the lyrics to that on a piece of paper, listening to my Sony CD player, and just like writing down everything. That was my genius, you feel me? Me writing down notes, because I write really neat. Like, my handwriting is really legible, and it's super light too, so only I can really get what's going on. And that's how I just like got into it, like just writing down Eminem lyrics. To me, Eminem was really dope. I don't know what happened to my guy, but you know, can't really keep doing it for so long. To me, I don't know, because I kind of feel like you can, because niggas like Jay-Z, Push is old, fucking Black Thought is old, and these niggas are fucking crazy with the pens. And it's not even like lyrical miracle, it's fire, like shit that you can understand, especially his Funk Flex freestyle. If you can memorize 10 minutes of that, niggas don't even understand. Freestyles are weird because it's either like niggas come through off the top, because some people can come through off the top, which is a great skill, or niggas wrote it down prior. Like niggas got the beat prior, or niggas just had what they got to say prior and try to match it to the beat. Shit, Juice WRLD, rest in peace, who just dropped the project. I'm not big on posthumous work, but I'm gonna give it a listen and tell you about it next week. But he was great at freestyling, like great at it. Like nigga would freestyle for like hour and change. And it's like, yo, bro, you're nice. But I always feel like Chicago niggas are just like different. Like they're different. Common can freestyle. Speaking of Common, it kind of reminds me of, since I was watching The Chi, I think it was in New Orleans, there was a young nigga who was freestyling crazy. Common had seen it, and then he had brought him along with him, I think, which is pretty dope. And it's crazy because Shorty blocked me, and then I ended up blocking Shorty on my burner. Then I also have a burner of my burner. I have a couple burners. And then on my other burner, I was like, yo, let me see what Shorty talking about. The reason I don't like Shorty is me and Shorty could be done, and then she'll talk about me or sub me, and it's like, damn, I can't even see. I'm not supposed to be able to see. And she be on my page, and it's just like, yo, we're not good for each other. We're definitely not. But it's like, we could be. Yo, this is how toxic Shorty is. She co-signed this shit. I will fight, cry, chase, beg for something I really don't care about, and will convince the person I care to until I'm bored, and then the truth comes out that I really don't care. And then she says, is this the toxicity in me? Let me know. I can't let her know because I kind of need somebody to do it for me, but it's like, I can't send no soldiers at her. And then there's another cosign where it's like, you know how earth and water signs pretend they don't care, but they actually do. Fire and air pretend they care when in reality they don't. It's like, what's going on? You're just saying very toxic things. For what reason? What reason? Who knows? And I'm not supposed to care. And the sick thing is, she kind of reminds me of Jada. It's like, yo, you're just entanglement. That's what August was, an entanglement. August wasn't no entanglement. He doesn't feel like he was an entanglement. Like, I don't feel like niggas who are in the situation don't really feel that, especially if niggas are just lying, you feel me? It's like, I'm gonna believe you, you liar. Jada basically wasn't saying, yo, I didn't lie to this guy. Like, I didn't lead him on or anything. Like, she didn't say things like that, which basically is what happened because my man felt a certain way. And I know it's been years, but of course you're gonna still feel it if it's like unresolved. It's like, that's what's gonna happen. It's like me with all my fucking past traumas. It's like a lot of shit is unresolved. So it's like, I still feel it. Like I still am gonna smell blood on my hands. I'm still gonna see things. I'm still gonna flash back to certain instances where I lost a piece of myself. It's just gonna be what's gonna happen. And it's like, oh, it doesn't need to happen. And so it's like, everyone should see a therapist, get therapy, especially the women, because you need it. You deserve it. You really deserve it. And rest in peace to Robert Fuller. Black niggas are not hanging themselves. Initially, they reported that it was a suicide, but of course, truth truth should always come to light, and it was deemed a hanging. Niggas should not be hanging anyone. It's like, yo, you know who should be getting hanged? Pedophiles. You feel me? Niggas who are fucking doing things like rapists, like niggas who like not innocent people who are getting judged because of the color of their skin. Makes no sense. You know, I'm just glad I started working out again too, because I needed to get my mind off certain things. Like coming back from vacation, I needed to just, you know, get back, because, you know, I'm looking height, you feel me? I could look better, but because I deflated. But I'm starting to like how, you feel me, all this, I'm starting to like certain things. And shout out to my guy, Crit. Me and him are gonna be hitting, you feel me, hitting the lab, getting my body back. He was also with me in the situation a couple episodes where I talked about one of my first interactions with cops where they just pulled up on us and started harassing us crazy. We made it out alive while many black kids did not. And that's my guy too, because fucking, I remember back, because speaking on the T.I. and 50 Cent shit, me and my homie, we basically grew up in the fucking 50 Cent era. Like, I bought 50 Cent CDs, I bought T.I. CDs. So it's like, these are niggas that I fuck with. I will never have T.I. slander. Even after fucking Paper Trail, he kept on going and he dropped great projects. Even though 50 Cent kind of slowed down because he had other endeavors to pursue, which you can't be mad at him. He kind of wanted G-Unit to take over for him while he focused on other shit. But, you know, niggas can't really, you feel me? 50 was a problem. Like, niggas can't fill those shoes, niggas, you feel me? Lloyd Banks is still the punchline king, and Young Buck could have been really dope. Tony Yayo was just Tony Yayo. I remember my guy Crit from the stories. In middle school, there was a fight on a van that we was taking, and one of the kids ended up getting blood his G-Units. The G-Units had like a fucking, a nice cream suede toe box, and when the blood got on it, yo, when he came out the van, he was so stressed. Like, he was like, yo, you got blood on my G-Units, yo. He was super stressed. Because back in the day, I went to Philippa Scott, School for the Gifted and Talented, and we wore uniforms. So we basically, everyone had, you know, same top, same bottom. Well, you know, niggas wore their own shit. It was Dickies back in the day, because niggas, feel me? Niggas fuck with the Dickies. I mean, then you got a regular white button up, and then I think a tie sometimes. The kicks, you could wear whatever you want. So it's like, yo, getting blood on your fucking suede toe box, on your cream suede toe box, that's not fun. And Crit was stressed, to say the least. Those are good times, though. Very good times. Weird times when you think back to it. Because one of the girls on the van, she was fucking with me, but she wasn't fucking with me. Like, we had a weird relationship because she knew. See, women be knowing that I love them or that I feel away for them. They be using it to their advantage. I'm like, yo, it's ever since young I was that way, and it's sad. It's probably like mommy issues. Like, I probably just like love my mom so much that, and then it's like I wasn't getting the love back from her. Like, still tried to give her more love. And it's not that I wasn't getting the love back. I wasn't getting the love that I wanted, because my mom is very different. West Indian moms, Caribbean moms, you feel me? Caribbean parents, West Indian parents are very different. Not that they don't love you, it's just they reciprocate love, or they give off love differently. It's the love that they got, you feel me? They're just doing the same things that, you feel me, they receive. And personally speaking, when I have a kid, I'm kind of gonna do a lot of things differently. But then at the same time, my dad, even though he was not really a good guy, he was very affectionate as a father. And he was a very authoritarian kind of dad too, but he was like he would kiss me on the lips like Tom Brady, feel me, kisses his sons. And then he would teach me certain things, but then at the same time, he was also a man, and men are very valuable. And my guy wasn't really a great role model as a man. Like, I had to learn how to be a man just from trial and error, because watching him wasn't really the way to go. Like, he could teach me business and that acumen and just how to hustle, but anything else wasn't really his go-to. My mom and my godmother and my aunt and basically all the women, my grandmother, all the women in my lives, they taught me, and I'm very grateful, because women are super dope, but West Indian women really need to see therapists. Thank you for checking out the very 7th episode of Sinn3r Sundays. It's your boy Isaiah III signing out. Oh my god.
Just a stop from roll, sell out past shows. I got hoes like hoes, but I ain't tryna go home. 1,000 girls I know, girl pick up the phone. I just want some dough, and leave me alone. Last one stole my life, those like guys. I need to sometimes, when I can't decide. Head girl never ride, I don't wanna buy. Who don't got a prize? Get her what she like. Start on my day-to-day, just like Hokage. Shit. They ain't no way, baby. They ain't no how it's so break. Pass some work down on my potty shakes. They ain't nothing. shows. I got hoes like hoes, but I ain't tryna go home. That's it, girls like whoa. Girl, pick up the phone. I just want some dough. Then leave me alone. Feel like not to get perfect. I only care what I got to fix. Put them in coach, used to win like a bitch. Pussy on empty, I'm not gonna trust. Back in the bay, I'm not gonna chase. I'm from New York, but I hate the Knicks. And she replaced me, nothing like this. Let her play kids, got a hand on my stick. I just a stuff from the barrio, ready for cash. Better than Mario, she got a one more than Wario, more than Chicago. So she sorry, they sorry. Got my own money, I'll get my own song. Yes, at the end, I could touch that wrong. Check out the tail like a girl out of blow. They never left when I say we just home. Just touchdown for road. Sell out past and shows. I got hoes like hoes. I ain't tryna go home. 1,000 girls I know. Girl, pick up the phone.